Hello, everybody. Today, I'm just going to jump straight in and talk about the nuisances of talking to a camera and not really the fear of it, but the overthinking process and the very high expectations of trying to reach perfection when talking or doing anything. I'll be frank for anyone who is a bit of an overthinker and a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to creating really good videos. It is very annoying for us to be afraid and to be overthinking when it comes to content creation because we usually tend to overthink it, even the very, very smallest parts where we make mistakes and try and improve on it. And most of the time, when a content that we make seems to be okay or not too bad, we usually just delete it and try to do it again. And this can happen many, many times. And even if it's something so small as a little mistake, such as a little pause or maybe messing up a word, we usually tend to just delete it and then chuck it into the bin and maybe just give up on the rest of the day of trying to make another content. But overall, when it comes to practice, we are kind of born to make mistakes, especially when it comes to improving our skills and many other areas of our lives. And to be frank, practicing doing something, I say, is a skill that a lot of us have. And it could be the same as thinking as well, because a lot of us tend to just say to ourselves that thinking is not a skill or practicing, like doing something, doing is not a skill as well. But most of the time, we don't really think of what is it like for the other person to consistently overthink, or what is it like for the person to consistently do something. And there's also a reason why I also heavily believe in the yin and yang theory, or that balance is the best part of a person. You can be a bit angry at something, and that's okay. But if you be a bit too angry at something, it can consume your thoughts and consume your decisions. If you want, it's okay to literally try and get more money, but if it gets too much to the point where you start to prioritize money over any other human or any people, then that's considered greed. There's no shame in feeling the desire to do more in life. It's just if you start to get over the top, then it could really hinder you in ways that you don't really think, or you think that it's too late. And you might be thinking, like, what has this got to do with the fear of talking to the camera or fear of content creation and trying to reach for perfection in some things? Well, when it comes to content creation, we tend to exaggerate or jump to the deep end, especially for overthinkers or high achievers. We just jump to the deep end and we just try our best, absolute best, even though we realize that we don't have the skill set for it. And it's very, very annoying. It's for me, like for me as well. I I have a bad habit of creating this video right now, and I'm going to edit it as well. I'm not too sure about thumbnail making yet, but I'll probably make thumbnails later, because at the moment I just want to get a start on something, because I've promised to myself I'm going to start this channel for a while ago. And every time I start, I just delete it and I restart from scratch all over again. And it's the most annoying feeling I've had in the world. And I'm just sick and tired of lying to myself, saying, I want to start or I'm going to change, because I always revert back to my old self. And change is difficult. It's the most annoying feeling in the world that you start something and you just go back to square one. And one thing I know for when it comes to change, that it's difficult. It's very, very difficult. And when it comes to making conversations on the camera, I struggle. Or more is the fact that it's behind the scenes is where I struggle. Because I look at this video right now and I go, I could have done better. Or my inner critic comes out and goes, delete it, it's not worth it, people are not going to enjoy it. Or my brain just thinks that, what happens if I get so many views? And there is a quote, it's just my mind playing tricks. It happens to every person who overthinks a lot. Is that our mind plays a lot of tricks on us to stay safe or stay who we are. But when you have the desire to change a lot, it will overcome the negative thoughts. And sometimes it's best to start small. And that's what I'm going to do with this video, is start really small. And I'm going to end it off here because I want to start something on this channel, and I just ultimately want to help people and give my advice to people. But also ultimately, I want people to question my advice, because I believe that a lot of us, when it comes to helping people, we don't really question ourselves and our own advice a lot. And yeah, it could be hit or miss depending on who you're questioning. But frankly, I just want to help people, and I believe that a lot of us can do a lot more than we should. It's just the modern day and age right now is full of distractions. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this first video. I just want to start something, and I'll see you guys next week, or maybe the week after. Thank you for listening.